Was a free-for-all.
Yeah. Hey, Pitt. Eric, 3 seconds. All right, have them chill some volume down there. What's that? You should have to check the volume down. Hey, Mike, what's happening, baby? Tim. Hey, are you guys ready for the wrong hero? Eric, does that sound okay? It's fun. Okay, are you guys ready for the wrong hero? Yeah. I mean, are you guys really ready for the wrong hero? Yeah. Because this shit's fucked up. And looks like, okay, I guess there's nothing else to say. So here we go. So here's the wrong hero. Ladies and gentlemen, the wrong hero.
Well, the wrong hero sure as hell ain't ready for you, because the wrong hero hates you, because the wrong hero is always in the wrong place at the wrong time, and everything the wrong hero does is wrong. Turn the lights back on. You gotta turn the lights back on. I want you to see me in all of my glory and splendor. Immediately prior to your sacrifice! I didn't hear any applause. Why are you slapping your hands like a sick baby falling off the piss pot? Do you like this hat?
I like it.
You like this hat? This is the hat that only a crazy person wear. I must be crazy. I got stopped by a policeman. I was doing 75 miles an hour. And the policeman said to me, "Why were you doing 75 miles an hour?" Wrong hero. And I said to him, "Mr. Policeman, I was sucking on a cube of LSD and I wanted to get home before it all dissolved." I used to use drugs. I stopped about 3 hours ago. How convenient! I'll tell you what my drug is. My drug is Moxie. I like Moxie because it tastes the way I feel. Would anybody like some? I'm the wrong hero, and I sleep with my glasses on. That's so I can see you suffering in my dreams. I'm the wrong hero, and I'm here because it's time for all us big-time entertainers like me to stop kissing the asses of mobs like you. I'm the wrong hero. You know who I hate? I hate David Lynch. I got enough weirdos in my own family. I don't have to go to a movie and sit through 2.5 hours of it. My father, he's always giving me the good advice. My father, he's always saying, "Son, you catch more flies with honey than you do with vinegar." And I say to him, "Dad, you're an idiot! I don't want to catch stupid flies, I want money!" And my old man says, "Nature abhors a vacuum." And I say to him, "You stupid, useless old man, I abhor you!" And he says to me, "Son, it takes a big man to take advice." And I say right back to him, "It takes an even bigger man to throw your stupid, senseless advice right back in your teeth! Better shape up, Dad. Pretty soon I'm going to be shipping you out on an ice floe. Pronto! Habla Espanol, Papa!" As a kid, I didn't want to be a fireman or a policeman. I wanted to grow up to be a peasant. Yeah! Like the rest of my family.
That's right.
And it's beginning to look like I'm getting my wish. And then I decided I'd be a hooker in Las Vegas. I figure this is second best. I'm writing an unauthorized autobiography about myself. And I'm going to bend heaven and earth to see that it's never released.
Good for you!
Not only that, here's the title. This is not a book, so beat it, scram, get out of here, fetch the red hot brandy on, get out of my face, part 1. And part 2 is entitled, So You Didn't Listen. I hate doctors. You know why? Doctors are just businessmen who, instead of selling you all them fake drugs, they get to sell you real drugs. That's why I hate doctors, because they don't admit it! I'm gonna fight for the legalization of amphetamines. I'm gonna stand here if it takes 168 hours! And I'm gonna fight for the legalization of pot, I think. I don't remember. I got Alzheimer's disease and he's got mine. And I'm gonna fight for the legalization of LSD. Yeah, I'm gonna stand here for 500 hours if need be. Until it's legal. And I'm gonna fight for the legalization of alcohol.
It worked.
It is legal? No, they've gone too far! I like to walk around town wearing swimming trunks and punching people. And when the police come to arrest me, I say, I'm a boxer. My hands are deadly weapons. I beat people up for a living. And the police walk up to me and they go, yo, brother, slap me 5. And they cut me loose. Because I'm the wrong hero. Even the police may know better than to stay out of my way. Anybody see my left foot?
Yeah.
My ass. Right here. Okay. Kiss it, baby. I love you. I'm the wrong hero and I throw stones at Christians. Cause that's what they like! I'm the wrong hero and I insult people because I don't know what else to say to them. Hi. You're alive? I'm out of here. But all of you are my friends. Yes? All of you are my friends for as long as I can bend you to my will! I don't know what I like, but I know art. Art is stupid and life is long. I'm talking about Art Linkletter. What I really hate are them baby on board stickers. I got me a sticker for my car. It says, I have no children, my life is meaningless, so go ahead and run me off the fucking road! I got a couple other bumper stickers. Ask me about my eternal torment. And honk if you've betrayed our Lord. I'll tell you what else I hate. I hate coffee. I already have a bitter taste in my mouth first thing in the morning. And I hate carrots. What good are carrots? They improve your vision at night, just when you need it the most, when you're asleep. That makes an awful lot of sense. I hate American Indians. Think about it. What did the Indians invent? Snowshoes? Beef jerky? Potato chips? Peace pipes? 4 things without which, obviously, civilized man could never exist! Because Indians are poor. They sleep on old army blankets. Indians got disease from old army blankets. Their filthy teepees smell like gopher shit. And old army blankets. They're not even Americans. They all came across on the Bering Strait. Give back those army blankets, you thieving redskins! Yeah! I got a sign in my apartment. It says, George Washington slept here, and he didn't get one wink of sleep because I was up all night watching the powder-wigged son of a bitch and making sure he didn't steal any of the silverware. And I caught him red-handed with his hand in the silverware drawer, and I said, drop it right there, cherry chopper! I hate Connecticut. You ever been to Connecticut? Connecticut is the most boring state in the Union. If it fell off into the Atlantic Ocean, not one person, man, Jack would miss it. So why do they say it's so kinetic? And I hate Massachusetts. They got the Massachusetts Miracle Ear. Costs $1 billion and it doesn't work. Nah, I like that. And I hate New Jersey. What is the chief distinction in New Jersey? It's our most densely populated state. And what about Delaware? What's Delaware? Delaware is New Jersey's trash can. What a distinction! Hi, we're not as big as New Jersey, but we're New Jersey's trash can. Come visit beautiful Delaware. Sponsored by the DuPont Corporation. I'm sorry, I had to get that in about the DuPonts. I don't have anything against the DuPonts, and I feel a great deal of sympathy for ultra-billionaires. The same sympathy I feel for the homeless, because when you think about it, deep down they're actually one and the same, aren't they? I saw a homeless man teaching his dog to beg. It's a franchise! And I can't take it anymore. Because I'm starting to go down, down, down in a burning field of fire. And I hate French people. You ever see French tourists walking around in Boston Common? Probably not, because you're not very observant, or else you wouldn't be spending your time in a stuffed and crap basement. Well, if you ever do notice that they all talk like Yogi Bear. Hey, boo-boo, let's go and kiss the ranger's wife. I don't think the ranger would like that, Yogi. I hate AT&T, but I'm going to do something about it. I'm starting my own phone service. It's called the Wrong Hero Network. And when you try to call Australia and you get a busy signal and you say, AT&T wouldn't give me a busy signal. And I'd say to them, you're not dealing with AT&T, you're dealing with Dad! I hate George Bush. You know who George Bush is? No. He's a high tar Nixon. All you hippies, what the hell did you fight Vietnam War for? Try to get marijuana legalized so we could get rid of Nixon and replace him with George Bush? And Dan Quayle, the only man who makes Spiro Agnew look like presidential timber? I'm so pissed off I'm getting incoherent. I hope you can bear with me. I hate waitresses. Waitresses in restaurants all seem to think that they're cut out for better things. And so there they are, sitting in the alcove, just resting their heels, sitting pretty. And I go up to them and say, excuse me, I know you're writing your speech for your Nobel Prize acceptance speech off in Stockholm when you discovered the cure for cancer, but in the meantime, could you give me some of the services right here? In the future, scientists are going to say that I had a manic depressive syndrome, which could easily have been cured if only medical science had been more advanced. I could go to sleep right now. And I love you all, really love. What the fuck am I saying? My underwear is made of gold. But remember this. All that glitters is not gold. Was that kind of lascivious for you? I'm just here to say one thing. There is no life on other planets. I killed them all. And you're next if you don't start behaving. Oh, so you are behaving. Well, then that's the time for me to go hog wild. I hate Leonard Skinner. What kind of people listen to Leonard Skinner. The same people who had tobacco juice dribbling out of both sides of their mouth at the same time, and everybody thinks they're level. Die! 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 It's a tough one! It's a double record of crash! John Cougar. American Fool. American Bear! What's the name of that song on here? Money is a crime. And this is the biggest selling album in showbiz. They're going to come out of England. Die, 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 die. Here are U.S. bonds. Dedication. Dedication. Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young.
Original pressing, too.
I call it is. Yeah. Cheap. Lexi. Oil crisis. Just so you know, it's the real article. Jean-Luc Ponty. Enigmatic ocean. Let us put some tarragon into the veal stew and listen to enigmatic die, die, die. Fear snow. Not fear snow. Die, fear snow. The Supremes and the Temptations. This one here is the biggest classic you're ever going to see. You know the Motown people put 8 tracks of track for every one decent song on your average Motown record, and this one is certainly no exception. The Temptations and Supremes go show, biz, die, die, die. Some things just won't die. Easy now. What were the record company people thinking when they put this one out? Gee, we've exhausted every other trend. Let's put out a record called Hansel and Gretel by the famous pop star Engelbert Humperdinck. Die, die. Oh, Hump, you must be humped. Now, King Cool. This man won't stop haunting us from beyond the grave! Die! The Nutcracker Suite. That is a threat to my masculinity. Die! Black Sabbath. I think I'll keep this one.
It's Sunday now, friends. Never.
This one's for me, and for all of you out there. So we all join me in a song? It's a rendition of Iron Man. No, you got it all wrong. Come on, let's get it right. Doesn't that sound like a dinosaur chewing on a half-naked caveman chick? Not so far from what it actually is. Beethoven, Symphony No. 4. Die, because you have a funny name! Nat King Cole, unforgettable. Forget you, sucker!
Hey, get something with a vinyl, man. Fuck this paper shit.
Alright, my fair lady, die. Happiness, Ray Conniff. Sadness, tragedy, disaster. Andy Williams. Liberace, that's a keeper. That one's for Billy Rouet. God bless him wherever he is. It was his favorite album, and he gave it directly to me. You can't sit down by Phil Upchurch. You can't stand up either. Die, die. Archie Bell and the Drells. Here's your death knell. Die, die.
Tighten up.
Oh boy, Steely Dan, Gaucho, Part 2. Die, die, die. Oh, it won't die. Kevin Eubanks, guitarist. The wrong arrow, you're death.
No, not the Isley Brothers.
All right, we'll keep the Isleys. Here, you take it. I I can't be trusted with it. How about the Dells versus the Dramatics tonight? Yes. Oh! Anybody have a handkerchief?
It looks like a draw.
Well, all right, let's see. Vicky Sue Robinson.
Go! Turn that beat around.
2 tons of fun.
Wait, put on the
Now it's 2 tons of death. Night Ride by Dan Siegel. This is Casey Kasem for American Top 40. Hitting the #1 is Night Ride by the famous Dan Siegel. Siegel is actually a Jewish name, but since I am of Arabian descent, I can't talk about him. Die! I hate this man. I don't even know who he is. Die!
David Diggs dies.
What's this?
Oh, get it.
Raise your hand, Frank. Surrounding T-minus.
Now he'll never fire a gun again.
What a drag!
Cabo Frio? Fuck it. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of you. You're troglodytes. You barely even exist in civilized society. You're nothing more than atavistic, tribalistic, cannibalistic cavemen. And I guess you're proving it because you're stuck down here for so damn long. What time is it anyway? Don't say howdy doody time or else the hammer of justice will leak its sweet.
It's hammer time.
Hammer time.
I just got one question for you. Do you have any sexual fantasies? You know, I halfway expected you to yell some out.
This is it. Talk about the 12 step.
Death, nervousness, sacrifice, evil. And it's been so long since I've practiced them, I forgot the other 8. Okay, smart guys, want to come up here and fight? Huh? I didn't think so. You know something? I got me a car. Because I got tired of crawling around in a giant cockroach carapace, pretending I owned a Volkswagen. So I got a car. And it had a little rust hole on the side. And I said to the guy who sold it to me, "That's a rust hole. That's $500 worth of damage." And he said to me, "That's no rust hole, that's a cat door. You ought to pay me extra for that." I got me a license plate for it, and it read sucker. That's to save me a whole lot of dickering when it comes time for an oil change. I hate music. I hate radios. I was walking down the street and I saw a car, and it had a little sign in the window and it said, "No radio." So I smashed that window. And I reached in there and I took the sign and I turned it around and I wrote, "Get one!" And then I stole the car. Left the sign there for him to find. I bet he felt real bad about that. I hate everything. I hate you all so much. I really hate you all. I really hate you all. You're so hateable. Everything about you, I hate. Every little sweat pore, every little color that comes trickling out of your diseased and decaying, rotten, toothless skull, I despise.
Tell us about the tea, man.
The tea? You mean the Boston Tea Party?
No, the subway system, man.
The tea. What do you expect me? This is the way all tea conductors walk when they get out of the country. "Hi, I'm Mr. Bowlegs. I just spent 12 hours making change for a bunch of yahoos and yabos, and yogurt would have more culture than 100% of these people. And now I'm ready to unwind, honey, so let's go for a nice long train ride tonight. What do you say?" Yeah, I can see that happening all around the world. You gotta get off of your Boston fixation. If you want Boston culture, go move to Old Sturbridge, because the culture here hasn't advanced since that era. I'm glad you approve. I'm glad you agree with me. But I hate you all the same. And I hate classical music. Why don't you just call it what it really is? upper classical music. Bunch of tweedy inbred Brits with horsey teeth sitting around sucking on briar pipes with that awful rum and maple mixture. It's enough to make me want to puke them sitting there with their fat bankrolls listening to that squealy dump music from the 18th century. If you play me a fugue, I'll give you a fungus. And it'll be your funeral. Because I hate classical music. And I'll tell you what else I hate. I hate Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac. A soap opera for potheads. Get wise to yourself. And country and western music. A soap opera for drunks. Get wise to yourself. I hate all that music. I hate rap music. I think they should cross country and rap. Good, I don't have to make myself any more clear now, do I? I like that in a crowd. I think you're smarter than the average guy. Much easier to be suckered, you know. Much more willing to believe in the credulous of other people without suspecting that they know a whole lot more about what's going on than you, and they always will, whether you like it or not. Yeah, I hate the Rolling Stones. The Rolling Stones, they drowned Brian Jones, the only one of the lot that had any talent, and they drowned him. But if he had hung on to Mick Jagger's lips, he could have floated to shore. I hate the Rolling Stones. And you know, Keith Richards got confused. He had his heroin replaced with blood. I got confused there myself. I hate Jim Morrison, a fat Navy brat who sat on his ass and shoplifted paperbacks that sounded and smelled like frat boys' wet dreams. And they worship him. He died in the bathtub. That was probably the first bath he ever took. It wasn't the water, it was the shock of the cleanliness that done him in. I hate Jim Morrison. I hate the Beach Boys. How many are there? 4, 5, 6? Who can tell they're so damn fat? Brian Jones was Brian, what was his name? Brian Wilson. See, I'm just like him now. He was deaf in one ear and tone deaf in the other. They called themselves the Beach Boys. They couldn't surf. They couldn't even swim, if Dennis Wilson is any indication. I really hate rock and roll. I hate it so much. Couldn't possibly hate it more if I could. I hate The Who. Peter Townsend wrote, "Let my love open the door." Too bad he didn't think about that at Riverfront Coliseum in Cincinnati. He could have sucked all them people up into his nose. They could have had there for safety. I hate Jerry Lee Lewis. He married his 13-year-old cousin. What they didn't know that she was actually 12 at the time. Goodness gracious, great balls of fire. I like it. Before I leave you all, or before you all leave me, whatever comes first, and it looks like the latter, just let me tell you a little something about what I believe. It's called the Bill of Wrongs. We the people, shut up, I'm talking, I'm the wrong hero, and you have the right to worship me as I please, so sit down, shut up, or soldiers are going to come into your house and rape your daughters for chocolate bars, and you're not going to be able to do a damn thing about it, Buster, because I confiscated your 6-iron.
Wow.
No cruel and unusual punishment unless I get to watch. And you can say anything you want, as long as you check with me first. I am beginning to question your benevolence. As Andy Rooney says, we must live for the moment, but we must also ask ourselves this question: What has the moment done for us lately? Ever try to call the moment? Come here, moment. And it's gone. And many such moments have we spent together. And as the beloved entertainer Red Skelton used to say, it is the responsibility of the performer, and in fact of every entertainer, and it includes myself, to profit from your misery. And when I get to the top, ask yourself this question: who did he betray? And the answer will be himself. I'm the wrong hero. I'm trapped in a world I never made. Anybody want some records? Crush them under your foot. They're nothing but miserable slabs of vinyl ephemera. They need to be sacrificed, one by one. Yes, they must suffer for your sins.
Don't rock the boat, baby.
Especially this one. I hate meltdown.
Oh, wait a second.
Not meltdown.
Not meltdown.
Don't do it.
Mama,
They haven't sold out yet.
mama, mama, mama. What is this, a Jerry Lewis telethon? Get on with it already. I hate meltdown. Because they annoy me. Because they make me nervous.
Those tomatoes. Do it.
They make me nervous.
Where's the water?
You want to know why?
Why?
Because they're evil. They're evil.
Oh, Brett.
They're evil. They're evil. I'm the wrong hero. And this whole thing is going to be on your records for the rest of your life, young fellas and gals. Good night.